sometimes I get these ideas in my dreams, and the other night I had the dream of making this one. So I'm going to do that. And for this I'm going to use a tiny square cutter, and I actually have this set. This is for leather, but you can use it for clay as well. And I have this set, and I love this because they have like a lot of sizes here. You can see there that is already 4 different sizes of the square, and there is a lot of other sizes and shapes in here. There's circles, rectangles, there is teardrops, and there is oblong, circles, there is, as I said, circles, and so on and so on. But I'm going to use, let me see, I think the smallest one is like 10 centimeters in real life, and that's exactly what I need. So I'm going to make a makeup box with eyeshadows in, and I'm going to make one with 4 colors, and we are going to make it able to open and lock. So I am first of all going to take this little cutter and just make the indent, and I'm going to make this with 4 colors. You can do it just as you like to, and this is going to be without the makeup brush, but just with the 4 colors in there. And I'm making tiny circles here like that, and then I'm going to take a tiny bit of the clay color that I like to put into these 4 pieces. Actually, I am going to move my clay onto this glass plate here. I think this could be too little. No, that's good enough. So I'm placing the colors in my small indents here. Then I take this piece again, and I'm going to place it just above my mark, and I'm going to push it through the clay and releasing it. So here we have the bottom part, and I'm just going to make it more sharp in the edges like that. So this is the top, the bottom part of our makeup, and I'm going to cut one more out in the same size, and this is rolled out on a setting 3. And for the hinges I took a piece of clay, rolled it out on a setting 9, put it around a jewelry pin here, and cut off the ends, so I have this longer piece. And I'm going to cut this piece in 2, and I'm gonna do that with my X-Acto knife because I think that's easier. So I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces, and I'm going to try to pull these apart without ruining them, so that I have 2 of these sitting on one of these pins. So I'm going to take this pin with the 2 on there, and I'm going to place that on this piece on the edge of it. So it's sitting something like that, and then I am going to bake this before I make the top part all done. So I'm going to do this on all 3 of these. So now I'm going to take this part that I made earlier that is rolled out on a setting 9, and I am going to put it around this pin, and I'm going to bake this together with the parts I just made, and then I will be right back. I baked these parts, and I made one without any colors on because I was thinking that in this size there should be able to be 6 colors in there. So I'm trying to paint this on later, and I made this one. First of all, I'm going to take the pin out of these. Then I have these for the lids that I pre-made. And I have some pieces of tin foil here that we're going to use. But first I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut off this end because I don't need that one. And then I'm going to start with one of these, and I need a piece that fits in there. This might be too big, but let's cut it and see. Yeah, it's a bit too big, so I'm going to cut a little more of this off. There we go. So that should fit now. Perfect. So I'm going to take that tiny piece off. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of Bake and Bond right there. Then I take one of these pins and I put it first through the first one of these. I'm taking this little extra piece and putting it through that one. And again through the last piece here. So I have it sitting like that. Then I'm going to take one of these pieces of tin foil and I'm going to take a piece of the lid here. There we go. And I'm placing the lid on this piece of tin foil. This is just to make sure that everything is able to be opened when I'm done here. And I'm going to take that and place that here on top of this. And I'm going to take some of the Bake and Bond here and place on this middle piece, only on the middle, because we need it to be able to open and lock when we are all done. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to try to connect it with the Bake and Bond, making sure it's connected right. And I'm going to bake it like this and then I will be back. Okay, I baked all three of these and I can remove this piece of tin foil here, throw that away. So I have them all three here and they're working. They're all working. So I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to cut off the wire. So actually I can just pull it a little more through than needed. Cut it off and then push it back in there. I'm going to do that by all of these. So now these are all done. Actually, I have these mirror stickers that I made a circle cut off. So I'm going to take this little mirror circle that I made with a hole punch, and I'm going to stick that on the top piece inside for a little mirror. So I have the mirror part on all three of these. This is actually it, and you can glaze them if you feel like. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm going to take my Cernit stamp nail art here, and I found this little one with the hearts on. Let me see if I can show you this one, because these really are not that big, so I need a smaller one. And then I'm going to take my white Cernit here and put on like that. Take off the rest here, and there I have the picture, making sure that this is the top of it, and I think I am going to place it right here so I have the two hearts on there. There we go. So that's here we go. So it's looking like this now. So that's a little eye shadow box you have here with the colors and a tiny mirror and a nice little picture on the outside. And again, you can glaze these if you want to or not. If you don't feel like doing all this work to make it able to open and lock, because that is quite a big work. You can just make the 2 squares and then just stick them together like that before you bake them, so it will be open like always. But I thought this was fun to try and make them able to be opened and locked. So that's the done result. Like that. And I'm going to make this without the colors in there. I'm going to paint 6 tiny pieces of colors in it and see if that's gonna work, and I'm going to leave you a few pictures of it. So that was all there was to this little craft today. I hope you liked it. So happy crafting!